Minecraft Wildcards. Oh, what could go wrong with this? Yeah, a lot. A lot could go wrong with this. Let me explain. So the other day, or I think it was about a week by now, I got invited to join a server called the Minecraft Wildcards SMP by a person who goes by the name of Sisso Kasim, I think is the name of him. And everything seemed to be going fine for the first couple days until my friend Slickery, you should go subscribe to him by the way, he made a video on this as well. He started to get a little bit suspicious of the SMP, because the owner wouldn't really give us much information on it. So he asked him, like, what hosting service are you using for this? And he wanted to keep it a secret, which seemed a little sketchy, so we continued questioning him about more things. Specifically, Slickery kept questioning him, and it turned into this whole interrogation. So I'll give you the rundown of these screenshots that my one of the content creators in this server sent me, because the guy who started running this whole thing ended up deleting the original server, so I can't go through and find him. So instead, this guy got me some screenshots from it, so we're all good now. And it all started here with this chain of messages, where Darley sent, we'll see, I wonder what server hoster he's using. And Turbane said, hopefully not Eternos or something like that. So I respond with, he said he'd not be using Eternos, because I previously had messaged him about it, asking him what he'd used. He said he'd use something other than Eternos. And he said, good, and then, are your questions solved? Which seemed a little bit suspicious. And here's where it starts to escalate a little bit. My buddy Slickery asked him what server host, and Sisso replied with secret, which was the most suspicious thing he'd said yet, which made us really think this was a sketchy server. So Slickery said, could I have an answer? It would be in DMs or even here, I don't mind. Sisso replied with why though, which isn't really the way you should respond to that. That's probably the worst answer you could probably say. And for those who don't know, that when you are part of a server, your IP gets sent to the owner of the server. So that's the most unsafe part of this whole thing, which I hadn't known about previously, but fortunately my buddy Slickery told me that. And plus, can we just get a bunch of W Slickeries in the comments, please? He saved us from getting our IPs leaked, essentially. But anyways, back to the messages. So Slickery replied with concerns about performance of the server and just out of curiosity. He was privately messaging me beforehand, like, hey, this seems a little bit sketchy, I'm gonna ask him some questions. So that's why he is saying performance and out of curiosity, because he didn't want him to know that we knew, really, so that's the reason for that. And this is where everything went downhill. Sisso replied with, well, since it's not so famous, you won't find it, but I use a paid version of HostHub, which, basically, HostHub doesn't exist if you look it up. It's a Discord server, which is, I'm not gonna get into it, it's not great. So, Slickery said that's not a real URL, because previously Sisso had sent him a URL that didn't work, and eventually he did actually send a valid link that did work. So then Slickery asked him, how did you find HostHub? And Sisso said he stumbled upon it, which shouldn't be possible because it doesn't exist. Just if you look it up, you won't find it. And Slickery says, how come? And Sisso said, I was looking for a good one and found it. And Slickery says, oh, how much does it cost, like monthly or weekly? And he says, it's free if you use it for the first, second, and third time, but I'm kind of old on it, so I pay like $10 a month for plus less pin. And then Slickery's like, you're old, but you joined 22 hours ago? And the reason he said this is because Slickery had gone onto their Discord server to see what is going on about it, and apparently Sisso had joined 22 hours beforehand. Now, for this section, I kind of had to blur out a lot of it, because there was a lot of stuff not good for YouTube. So I'll just give you a summary of basically what happened here. So basically what Slickery is saying that when he joined the Discord server that Sisso was using to host the server, he saw a lot of bad things being promoted on it, like just out of the blue, and Sisso's like saying that the owner is the bad person, it's not the actual website. And what Sleckery says is like it's right there on the homepage. You don't have to do any searching for it. It's just right there. So it's not great. And basically, Sisso said that the staff are chill and mature, but they're also the ones sending the stuff. So there's that as well. Again, I'm not going to show the next few screenshots just because they're not suitable for YouTube. But basically in the next one, he just says that since Sisso is making the server in Asia, that everyone else would have like 100 plus ping, which would make the server very laggy, regardless. So he said he'll change it. Would France be closer to you? And Flickr says in the United States, France is closer, but it's still 3,000 kilometers away. And Sisso's like, well, this is the one with the least users, so best pin for everyone. But then we go back to but then we go back to the topic of like how the staff are immature in it, so it would be bad to have them handling all this. It would be, I don't think anyone would be comfortable with a bunch of people promoting stuff we're not going to get into, handling their IP, so. And basically after that, Sisso starts to try to change the subject, go back to what we were talking about before with just saying that they're all fine. It's not our. We don't have to worry about them. They'll handle it correctly. They're good people, which they obviously aren't. They promote bad stuff. So we go into everyone else on the server starts just appearing and seeing like there's 83 notifications on it. Darley, one of the content creators, is like, oh my gosh, I'm not reading all of that. What the heck are y'all talking about with 83 plus messages? But yeah, that's basically it. If you want a better explanation from Sleckery's point of view, I'd recommend going to his channel. I'll link it in the description. Go subscribe to him. Also, just in the comments, say W Sleckery. He's the one who saved us from all this. Who performed all the interrogations and everything. So, yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. We are, though, doing a new server. We're still doing it. We're still calling it Minecraft Wildcards, and this time Sleckery is running it. So W Sleckery again. So we can at least trust him, because I'm actually friends with Sleckery from school. So, but if you want to join the Minecraft Wildcards SMP, let us know, and we'll most likely let you join. We're looking for small Minecraft content creators who upload frequently and are into this. So it'll just be like a survival series most likely. That'll go for like a year or so, and then we keep making content on it. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments, and we'll most likely let you join. So anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.